Hello. Hello, hello. I almost missed my time. I get so like in the zone that you lose time. That's what I'm doing right now. So if you're in the Dallas area, I was losing time. I'm creating a co-working space for interior designers. So I was really excited. I was working on a membership, creating a membership application. So if you're in Dallas and you're interested in working around other like builders, designers, architects, and not necessarily from your kitchen table anymore, send me a DM or something. We can get you all taken care of. All right. So welcome. Hello. Welcome, y'all. My name is Michelle Lynn, and we're going live today talking about organizing your projects for success. And what I mean by that is I want to tell you a little bit about how to organize your projects, but also why it's important that you organize your projects. So it's going to be a little twofer today. Before we dig in, please take a look above your head. There's a little duck. It's called StreamYard. If you would give StreamYard access to your Facebook profile, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't follow you. It doesn't pop up. It doesn't send shopping suggestions or anything like that. But what it does is I'm streaming into Facebook through StreamYard. And then that way, if you comment or when you comment and say hello or tell me where you're from or something, I can see who you are. Otherwise, it just says Facebook user to me, which is not, the worst thing in the world. But if you want to get access, that would be fantastic. Otherwise, just hop on in the comments, say hello, tell me where you're from. I love to see the community that we are building is amazing. And I just really appreciate you guys being here. So say hello. What else? What else do I want to tell you before we get started? We're waiting on a couple more people to get here. What else can we say? Hey, yeah, Monday the 10th, we are starting our workshop. It's called Rolling in the Dough. Hi from Houston. Hello, Jessica Wagner. Good to see both of y'all. Thank you. We're starting our workshop. It is called Rolling in the Dough, how to qualify those high-end clients while you bake your profits into the project. It's a fantastic workshop, 5 days for an hour every day. Okay, we're holding it directly here in Facebook and through Zoom. So you have options as to where you want to catch it. Replays are available for a few days following the workshop. But it's a badass workshop, if I do say so myself, y'all. We have a concierge that's going to hold your hand all the way through the process. If you have any questions, we have a workbook so you can follow along and actually take notes and apply them after the fact. So it's really, really exciting. It's one of my favorite things to do, and we do it every 2 to 3 months. Okay, so I've got some notes here about organizing our projects for success. Let's see here. I made this. Okay, so I want to talk about being organized with your projects can create a more successful business. Hi, Hallie. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. So organizing your projects, first we're going to talk about keeping track of things. It's going to be more along the lines of the logistics, okay? And then we're going to talk about some of the why in between here. Your projects. I highly recommend having a project management software, okay? There's a variety of different things that you can do, and it's going to depend on how you present your designs, okay, as to what software is going to be best for you. We use Design Docs and PowerPoint, okay? Now you could use design files, and I think they have a board through there. Maybe even my Doma has a board through there. We use Design Docs, and what that does is it allows you to put all of your items, each of their components inside the system, okay? I don't get a kickback from Design Docs. It's just changing our business. So for example, if you have a pillow that you're going to be selling to a client that is a custom pillow, you can account for the inserts, you can account for the labor, you can account for the fabric, maybe the trim that's around it, anything along that line. So you can keep track and organize your projects in there from an accounting standpoint, okay? And then you're taking those components and you're putting it onto PowerPoint and cross-referencing it so that you have the fact that the client can see is going to be the pillow. Okay, so these are organized, go hand in hand. Additionally, you're putting in your the price that you're purchasing it for, and then the price that you're selling it for, and it also shows the margin. Okay, so you're organizing your project. If you're just keeping track of things on a spreadsheet or in a shoebox, something like that, that's going to slow you down and it's going to cost you money. Okay, we want to be successful, and successful when you own a business means profitable. Okay, it means that you're making money, you're not losing money, you're not just pissing it away because you're not organized. So organize your projects in a manner that streamlines everything. Okay, everybody's brain works a little bit differently. Maybe design files works for you so that you can keep track instead of going toggling back and forth between the two. You're just doing it all in one. Okay, do you need mood boards, those types of things? So it's going to depend on how you work. Okay, but get this software as soon as you start making money so that you can grow and you can get baby steps into it. Okay, you don't have to use the whole thing at once, but you're organizing it, and then you also have proposals and invoices so you can share it with your client. Now, when I first started my business, I was creating my own invoices. I think it was on Excel, okay, and just sending those to them. But if you can put all the components in so that you have the pillow labor, the pillow fabric, the pillow insert, okay, anything else, pillow freight, all of that goes in as your purchase price, and then you have your margin where you mark it up, Excel, and the client gets proposal with that sales price, and then it also translates into an invoice once that's been approved. Okay, so imagine the success that you will obtain, that you will attain by streamlining this small detail. Okay, that's just one little thing. Okay, organizing for success is also going to be keeping track of all of your clients' details. Okay, we use Dropbox, so every client project has the exact same folders as the others. So if you're going and you're looking at the before pictures, you're looking at the after pictures, you're looking at the proposal and the contract, you know, as you're creating them, and you're saving them in Dropbox, different versions as you're updating them. Okay, and then you have your signed contracts attached to the client in Design Docs. Okay, so you have all of these areas that are consistent and they're organized. Not only will you be more efficient, okay, so from a successful standpoint, you're going to be profitable, but you're also going to be efficient because you're not going to have to go search like, where did I save this? Okay, it's the same thing every single time. If you're to win the lottery and you go and you lay on the beach in Fiji, can somebody maintain your business in your absence? You should be setting it up that organized. Okay, not only does it save you from getting, you know, the gray hairs because it's so stressful to try to navigate, you know, a cluster pile, okay, an electric cluster pile, then it also shares with your clients just how efficient you are and sharing with them just how professional you are. So we tell our clients, hey, we have some badass software. Okay, this is what we do. And they appreciate that. We're not just pulling this out of our pockets. Okay, thank you, Hallie. Yes, the Fiji factor. You should be building your business with the Fiji factor in mind. If you were to win a trip to Fiji, can you lay on the beach for a month drinking little umbrella drinks while somebody maintains your business for you? Okay, it doesn't have to be they're moving it forward, but can they maintain it? Or can you maintain it from the beach in Fiji to a certain extent? So you can share with your client just how professional these systems and processes are that you have in place that organize your business. It also, like running a business, y'all, exhausting. If you've been in business for any given time, you know how difficult it is. Okay, there's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of anxiety and stress that can come with it. Don't add to that by being disorganized. I can tell you from experience that you will lose money and you will make bad decisions because you're disorganized. That's why I can talk on this just so wholeheartedly, because it's imperative. Okay, so then you are also able to work through projects faster. So if you know where stuff is, think about it in your kitchen. Is your kitchen organized? Do you know where your steak knives are, your butter knives are, where your spices are? Do you have your spices alphabetically organized so that you can find them a little bit faster? Every single layer that you add into your life and into your business is going to provide you more success because you're going to be faster. There's a term for it. It's called mise en place. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Misenplace or Plance. It's a French term, and it means everything has a home, everything in its place, everything in its place. Excuse me. I used to manage I think the revenue was $6 million a year back in the day. Restaurant, if any of you guys are familiar with Macaroni Grill, I was the general manager of a Macaroni Grill out in California. But one of the things that they taught us, or one of the things that taught our hires as well, is that everything has a place. So when you go into dry storage, or when you go into the cooler, or when you go into any place, okay, if you remember the islands down the center of the restaurant, you would open them and they would be the same whichever restaurant you went to. Okay, so that you knew exactly where you could find your glasses, where you can find the olive oil, like where you can find everything. Your business should be run the same way. Just because you're not a huge, high volume restaurant, if you know exactly where everything is on a consistent basis, you reach for it, it's there, it's done, you move on to the next phase. Okay, so you're organizing your project for success. You're organizing your communication with your clients. Okay, do you communicate with your clients consistently over the course of your project? Maybe it's a weekday Wednesday follow-up, Friday follow-up, weekday Wednesday update, like whatever this looks like. You have these systems in your systems and processes built in your business so that you can run your business and it doesn't run you. Okay. Hallie, you were so awesome. Thank you. Mise en place. Thank you. Gotta love some Google and some Hallie. So thank you very much. So you guys, what are your thoughts on this? Like, are you running your business like this? Do you find that, or do you think that it would show up and make you a little bit more efficient, effective? If you're more efficient, you should be able to more projects, make more. Okay. If you're more efficient, you're going to be, or if you're organized, you're going to be making better decisions because you're not going to have the clutter in your head. So we also have really adopted, do you think your clients feel it when you're more organized? Do you show up? Your eyes are not crazy. I call it crazy eyes. I get crazy eyes when I'm just all over the place. I tell my team, I'm coming in, I've got some crazy eyes, I'm okay. So you can share that information with your clients, and they can also see it over the course of the process, your project process. We've also implemented Asana recently. Okay, Asana has been fantastic. We run our business with 16 steps and multiple sub-steps. Okay, we call it the 16 steps of sanity. I share it with my client. It's one of the topics I teach in our paid program called the Interior Design Business Bakery. It's a year-long mentorship coaching program. Okay, so the Asana board has the 16 steps, the sub-steps, and then there are things assigned to you. Okay, if it's just you, you don't have to assign it to anybody except for yourself. And then the sub-steps have sub-steps that we also make sure are every project. Think about it. If you have it as a master checklist that you can literally copy and paste for every single project, you're going to be able to navigate your projects every time something changes, and you learn and you improve it. You have it and you can duplicate it going forward. So y'all, this is just a little bit of how we're going to projects and how it impacts you in your business. Okay, not only does it impact you in your business by becoming more profitable, more streamlined, more confident, okay, but then you're also going to be able to start charging more money for your services. Wouldn't you like that? Wouldn't you like to be able to charge premium? Okay, there's a lot that goes into it, but this is a really strong foundation that is imperative to running your business. So organize your projects however it works for you. If you can, join us next week for the Rolling in the Dough workshop. Okay, I'm going to show you how we organize our sales funnel, how to qualify, quote, and close high-end clients. Okay, and then we talk about baking profits into the project. So you'll get a taste of just how consistent everything is. So Facebook user, thank you for asking. Do we use Dropbox to send as client documents to the clients, or do we use a proprietary platform? So no, we use Dropbox. So we have, we'll save the presentations in there. We'll save the proposals. Well, no, the proposals and the invoices are saved up in Design Docs. But if we have our scope of work, we create that and save it in Dropbox. And then we also do attach it to their file in Design Docs, just because it's a document, just want to have it in a couple places to make sure it's there. But yeah, just keep it as simple as possible. Keep it as simple as possible. So join us for the interior design. Oh, Business Bakery. Yeah, there's that. That's the paid program. You can check that out. But the workshop starts Monday at noon Central Standard Time. If you're interested, Hallie just dropped the workshop link. Just go register. It's free, y'all. It's free. If you can make it live, great. Make it live. There's a lot of interaction with it, not just, you know, spewing ideas like I am right now. There's a lot of room for conversation and questions and interaction and so forth. And you get a concierge who can answer your questions and walk you through anything as well. It's a lot of fun. So that's it. So speaking of which, because I am giving the workshop, I will not be here live for our little snippet, okay, our Cooking Up Success next week, because we'll be talking about rolling in the dough. The following week, I don't teach this either because I'm just all talked out. And you're probably sick and tired of me by then anyway. So come join us. I hope this helped you. Just get in mind that it's necessary to organize your project. It's going to provide you with multiple levels of success that you might not have even imagined. So thanks for being here. We'll see you Monday if there are other weeks. All right. Bye.